It's sometimes said that astronomy is the oldest science because, of course, people looked up at the stars and wondered about them for centuries, millennia really. Until about 150 years ago, we didn't believe that we would ever know anything deeply about the stars themselves. The composition, the lives and deaths of stars, what they're made of, and so on. All of that has changed, and now in modern astronomy we know all of those things. We know about the origin of the chemical elements that are in the universe. For example, the calcium in your bones and the iron and the hemoglobin in your blood. All of those are made within stars in nuclear reactions. It's literal truth that we are stardust, that we were at one time within stars somewhere. That's known to astronomers now. We understand how the sun is going to end its life, how it will wind up as a white dwarf remnant. And there are more exotic things too. Bigger stars, more massive stars produce neutron stars, pulsars, and black holes, all of which have been discovered and studied in the universe. When I was a kid, I was always interested in sciences and so on, and I think astronomy was always there kind of underneath in some deep way. But I went through, as most astronomers do, I went through a mathematics and physics program in university. And when I was in fourth year, which is now a long time ago, that was the year in which the Apollo astronauts made their first trip to the moon around Christmas of 1968. And that sort of galvanized me into thinking, yeah, that's what I should be doing. I should be doing astronomy. So then, as late as almost the end of my fourth year, I decided that was the field I wanted to go into. So I applied for graduate studies in astronomy and was accepted, and that was, from there it's all been astronomy, and I have no regrets about it. It's been the most terrific decision I ever made. Hi, I'm Dave Haynes. I'm a professor here at Queen's University in the Department of Physics, Engineering, Physics, and Astronomy, and where I'm, in fact, an observational astronomer. I'll be presenting the Arts and Science online course ASTR 102. That's a course in which we study the nature of the universe on scales larger than the solar system. We'll begin with a study of the Sun as an exemplary star, and then we'll study other stars, how they differ from the Sun, and what we learn about the origin of stars, their deaths, and some of which can be very dramatic, with cataclysmic explosions that lead to the formation of neutron stars and black holes and so on. Then we'll look at the stars as part of the system that we call the Milky Way, the huge galaxy within which we find ourselves. But the Milky Way is not unique, of course. There are hundreds of billions of galaxies visible to astronomers through the large telescopes that we use, and they exist within an expanding universe that we now know began about 14 billion years ago in an unimaginably dense, hot state in an event known as the Big Bang. So we'll study astronomy from the small, the stars, out to the large, the cosmology of the entire universe. It's important to understand where we live in the universe and to realize that we are one tiny part of an immense, perhaps infinite universe. And I think it gives us perspective on ourselves. So we have to realize that we are not the be-all and end-all of creation, that there's much more out there that we should learn about if we can, just for the sake of wonder and understanding.